Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's totally reshaping education as we know it: artificial intelligence. We're seeing it go from just being a tool to becoming a real teammate in the classroom. This is a huge shift, so let's dive right in and see what it all means. Just think about that for a second. What if every single student had their own personal coach? Someone available 24/7 who knows exactly what you need, when you need it, and how you learn best. Well, this isn't science fiction anymore. This is pretty much the core promise of AI tutors. Okay, so let's get real for a moment. For ages, education has been dealing with this one massive challenge. You've got one teacher trying to teach a whole classroom of students, right? And every one of those students has a different learning speed, a different background, and different things that motivate them. It's that classic one-size-fits-all problem. And what happens with this model? Well, it often ends up failing students on both ends of the spectrum. The students who are struggling can get left behind, they get frustrated, they just check out. And the advanced students, they can get bored, lose interest, and become totally disengaged because they just aren't being challenged enough. This is where AI tutors are a total game changer. And look, they're not here to replace our amazing human teachers. They're here to augment them, to act like a tireless, personalized assistant for every single student. This actually frees up teachers to focus on the stuff they do best, mentoring and helping students develop those critical, higher-order thinking skills. So, how do these things even work? Well, it all starts by profiling your specific learning style to figure out what makes you tick. From there, it personalizes the pace just for you, keeping you right in that sweet spot where you're challenged but not overwhelmed. You get instant feedback and, this is the really cool part, instead of just giving you the answer, it gives you Socratic hints. It asks you these little guiding questions to help you figure things out on your own. And all along the way, it's using different tricks and strategies to keep you motivated. Now, here's where things get really, really interesting. When you have tools this powerful, you can't just keep teaching and testing things the same old way, right? The very presence of AI is forcing us to completely rethink which skills actually matter in this new era. I mean, really think about it. If an AI can generate a perfect essay or a detailed summary in like 5 seconds, then just being able to remember facts, well, it loses a lot of its value. The old way of testing knowledge is quickly becoming obsolete. So the big question shifts. It's not about what do you know anymore. The crucial question we have to ask is, how do you know it's credible? We have to teach students to constantly be asking, where did this info come from? Is it biased? Can I trust it? And how can I use it responsibly? This chart here does a fantastic job of showing that shift. It's a classic framework in education called Bloom's taxonomy, but reframed for the AI age. So at the bottom, remembering becomes curate and question. It's not about recall, it's about verification. As you move up, understanding becomes prompt and explain, which is all about learning how to talk to an AI to get what you need. And way up at the top, creating becomes co-create, where you and the AI are partners in making something genuinely new. So the big takeaway here is this: the game has completely changed. We're shifting our focus from just acquiring knowledge to really interrogating it. The real skill now is in understanding, validating, and ethically applying the information that AI can churn out so easily. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what does this actually look like in a real classroom? Let's make this concrete and explore how this new framework might play out in a couple of different courses. All right, let's take a nursing course. A student might start by questioning and curating an AI-generated case study for accuracy. Then they could prompt an AI to simulate a patient interview, adapt those AI insights into a real care plan, and then validate that plan against official medical guidelines. You can see how it climbs all the way up to reflecting on the ethics of AI in medicine and even co-creating a new tool with an AI to improve patient care. And this framework isn't just for STEM fields. It works everywhere. Let's switch gears to a marketing course. Here, students could assess AI-generated ad campaigns, prompt an AI to come up with new taglines, and then adapt all of that into a full-blown brand strategy. They'd have to validate the AI's content for bias, reflect on the ethics of things like deepfakes and ads, and maybe even co-create an entire campaign for social good. But wait, what if co-creation isn't actually the final goal? In a world where AI makes it easier than ever to create stuff, maybe there's a new, even higher peak we should be aiming for when it comes to learning. This is where we add a brand new layer to the top of our pyramid. We're calling it the transform layer. With this, the ultimate goal of education isn't just creating things anymore, like an essay or a project. The new goal is to use all that knowledge and all those AI tools to drive real systemic change out in the world.
It's about making a tangible impact.
And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky idea for the distant future. The urgency is here, right now. A recent survey found that a whopping 88% of faculty believe that AI literacy is absolutely essential for their students' future success. The demand for these new skills is already overwhelming.
And you're already seeing major institutions responding to this. The provost of The Ohio State University put it perfectly. He said the goal is for students to become bilingual, fluent in their major, whatever it is, and also fluent in how to apply AI within that field. This kind of fluency is becoming the new baseline for what it means to be a graduate ready for the future.
So as we wrap this up, the big takeaway is pretty clear. We started this journey by looking at AI as a tool. Then we saw it as a teammate. But its real, true potential is as a transformer. Learning isn't just about output anymore. It's about impact. It's not just about what you can create, but what you can change. So the only real question left is, what will you transform?